Hello everyone, I'm Blay Villegas.
I'm Anshari Dalan.
I am Rochelle Ramos.
And we are your UPEFC Department of Chemical Engineering representatives.
The Bachelor of Science in Chemical Engineering at the University of the Philippines Diliman was instituted back in 1952. The college turned out its first graduates in chemical engineering 2 years after, in April 1954. In fact, the UP Diliman Department of Chemical Engineering just celebrated its 70th anniversary this year, with the theme Surmounting Barriers, Catalyzing Progress. The Department of Chemical Engineering in UP Diliman is housed in a building located in the engineering complex along CP Garcia Avenue. Architect Augusto Concho, a chemical engineering graduate in 1959, led the project. The design concept of the building began in 2008. We keep on talking about chemical engineering in this video, but we have not yet answered the question, what is chemical engineering? I guess most of you already did a Google search on the definition of chemical engineering, but for a recap, here's a definition provided to us in our introductory class. According to the American Institute of Chemical Engineers or DChE, chemical engineers use science and mathematics, especially chemistry, biochemistry, applied mathematics, and engineering principles to take laboratory or conceptual ideas and turn them into value-added products in a cost-effective, safe, environmental, and cutting-edge process. We won't explain this definition further as you will learn more about chemical engineering in your class. However, we will discuss with you the curriculum flowchart and the subjects that you will take in your first year in the Department of Chemical Engineering.
For a starter, here is the curriculum flowchart for the Bachelor of Science in Chemical Engineering course. We will include a link below for this flowchart along with the curriculum guide for your reference. Since you're all freshies, we will focus more on the subjects you will take in your first year. As mentioned earlier, chemical engineering uses science, math, and engineering. In your freshie year, there will be classes for Math 21 and Math 22, which focus on limits, derivatives, integration, parametric equations, and polar coordinates. There will also be classes for Physics 71 and Physics 72, that focus on mechanics, electricity, magnetism, and optics. There will also be classes for Chemistry Chem 16 and Chem 17, and also Chemistry Laboratory, Chem 16.1 and Chem 17.1, which focus on the basic principles of chemistry, thermochemistry, kinetics, equilibrium, the corresponding experiments of these concepts. Most especially, there will also be classes for chemical engineering. There's ChemE 101 and ChemE 102 that discuss the techniques in solving chemical engineering problems, unit operations, mass balances, and energy balances in industrial processes. There is also ChemE 103, which is about the history and emerging trends in various fields of chemical engineering. You will also take up ChemE 105, which discusses programming as a computational tool in chemical engineering. In this subject, they will teach you matrix algebra and how to use MATLAB. The activities for these subjects include problem sets, worksheets, and quizzes that are mostly problem solving. You all have to be prepared to solve a lot of math, physics, chemistry, and chemical engineering problems. Our advice to you guys is to practice. Practice solving problems by looking up some sample problems and trying to solve them on your own. Check whether you got it right and learn from your mistakes. You can always consult your professor if you need help in solving these problems. Besides these subjects, you're also required to take general education core subjects, which we call GEs, that are closely related to the arts and humanities. For the first year, you're only required to take one GE, either English 13 or Speech 30, and you are free to choose any of the two. To help you decide, we will differentiate them. English 13 is Writing as Thinking. It is a university-level foundation course in critical thinking, reading, and writing in English. For this subject, the requirements are mostly written, such as essays, forums, and other papers. On the other hand, Speech 30 is a public speaking and persuasion course that focuses on persuasion in various public speaking situations. For Speech 30, the requirements include, well, of course, speeches that are either recorded or performed live. You're also required to submit a copy of your speech itself. Finally, for your freshie year, if you're lucky enough, you'll take 2 PE classes. You're free to choose your PE class, and there are a lot of options to choose from. There's taekwondo, street dancing, weight training, walking, running, Philippine games, and a lot more. The activities vary per PE class, but they mostly require video recordings in the online setup. So, just be prepared to have your video recording devices.
Now that we discussed the UP Diliman Department of Chemical Engineering, its building, its curriculum, and the activities to expect, let us finally proceed to the discussion on what to expect in your freshman year and some important reminders. Our freshman year was the most exciting time of our lives, since we entered a new school, a new era, a new life, with a whole new group of people, new culture, and new experiences. We were not alone in our freshman year because we had our ates and kuyas who guided us throughout the year. There were a lot of fresh initiatives from different organizations, councils, and even from the university. So don't be afraid, because we're all here to guide you all throughout your journey here in your new home in UP Diliman.
Thank you for watching our video.
And congratulations for passing the UPCA 2022.
And we formally welcome you to the
Department of Chemical Engineering.